Hello everyone, my name is Zell, and I just wanted to give some quick tips for how to be a good knifer in bad company too. First off, you want to make your knifing almost as perfect as your shooting. You want to make it like a second sense. That is to say, when you actually get in a choke where somebody is right on you in close quarters, that you can pull off a knife in what would seem like your doom and your utter death. So, that said, you want to make sure that your knife button is set up in a convenient location. Here we have my mouse. It is a Logitech G500. And now as normal, you have the knife on your mouse wheel. Now, you want to change this. While you're playing, you'll be left clicking, you'll be right clicking, and you'll have to take it off the left click to use it on your mouse wheel. Well, instead of this, what you want to do is use your side buttons. Now, if you don't have side buttons, try and get a mouse or use your keyboard. But other than that, you want to use the middle mouse button. See how convenient it is to just have it right next to it? I can be using the left click and the middle click at the same time. I'm not sure how it works on console, but I'm sure console players can also move it to a convenient location and be able to knife easy. Now whenever you're out and about and there's not actually an enemy in front of you and you try to knife, this is what you'll get. Basically a slash. Now when you actually have somebody in front of you, you will get a stab. If you get a slash when you're going after somebody, you are not facing the right direction or you're not close enough and you need to get closer. That said, yes, I am completely aware of the knife failing a lot of the time. Against stationary targets, it'll work all the time. Against mobile targets, it will fail about 40 to 60% of the time you try to knife somebody. I am completely aware of this. I have almost 5,000 dog tags, and let me tell you, nothing is more irritating than trying to knife somebody, failing, them turning around and knifing me. I know, it is fucking maddening. But that's not a reason to just stop using the knife. The knife can work just fine on stationary targets, and on mobile targets it works a decent number of times. Oh, and speaking of stationary targets, bushwookies. Yeah, that's right. Everybody's lovable little speck way off miles away that keeps killing your KDR and not helping their team and just annoying the hell out of you. Yeah, those guys. Well, although they piss you off a lot, there is one good thing about them. They have total tunnel vision. What this means is, if you develop the skill to flank, you will be able to flank around them and knife them, like this. Oh yes, just playing this game, 2 hours ago? And look what I'm doing. Flanking along the water's edge where I'm barely seen. Now you see that guy, I'm not going after the knife, because I don't want to expose myself. I'm going after the Wookiee that's camping along the right, in which I'll spot right here. Now although I spot him, there's not much my allies can really do, because he's hiding behind an object. I also see this tank camping back here. So, now that I'm flanking back here, might as well take that out while I'm at it. Now I don't condone spawn killing, but if you camp inside your spawn, you're asking for it. Alright, so here's the bush Wookiee. Now take a look at this guy and what he's doing. Is he looking around him? No. He's just looking forward and padding his KDR, not helping his team, and he deserves to be knifed. He doesn't even have a motion sensor out. He could be warned that I'm coming, but instead he's just going to face forward, and because of that, he's going to take a knife by people like me. Delicious bush Wookiee blood. I love it. And that's all really I can tell you about the whole knifing campers thing. Just do your best to flank the guy, and then knife him, and then help yourself to any of his other buddies camping around him. But let's get to the part where it gets tricky. Trying to knife people that are actively engaged at either looking at you or shooting at you. Now here's a move which I'm sure you've seen plenty of other places other than just simply with knifing, and that is of course called the fakie. Now what I'm going to do in this clip is I'm going to run forward away from this engineer off to the left, because obviously his gun is going to kill me. But instead of going all the way forward, I'm going to double back and go there to knife him, and it's going to have nice results. Ah, just as thought. He wasn't expecting me to come back, and of course he tried to reload, totally defenseless, and I went in for the knife. My last tip is on strafing and bunny hopping. Now, quick note is you can't actually bunny hop in this game. You bunny hop once, and then as soon as you do it the second time, you're going to take a speed slow down. Third time, even slower. Fourth, slow, and eventually you're going to stop. So you can't really bunny hop consecutively, but you can hop once as a distraction. And of course, going along with that is strafing. And combining these when you're showing up your target that's already facing you, doing both of these at the same time. Now, coming up on here, I'm going to knife this guy, just as whatever, And here's the guy. He's about to spawn. And what am I doing? Strafing left, strafing right, and jumping and knifing him. And let's take a good look at that in slow motion so you catch everything. Here we are. I'm facing my guy and I'm seeing him, and then I make a turn to the right. Right before the end, I jump. I'm still going right. I'm turning to the left, and I go in for the knife. Now, there's something very important to note here. It's not realistic with jumping. In real life, you jump and you continue to go the same direction, as you cannot change your direction in air. However, in this game, you can jump to the right and then change direction in air. Don't ask me to explain that, I don't know, but it works. And of course, I get away with the knife and he can't keep up with my movements. I'm just too fast for him. Thanks for watching. Now get out there and slit some throats.